Hey everyone, Giant Opinions here. Now, I have a pressing topic that many Giants fans are starting to wonder. Will the Giants trade Will Smith, and should they? In my opinion, they will trade him, and I think that they should. Now first, let me just talk about Will Smith. This is his last year on contract. Before the season started, he signed arbitration for $4.2 million. So it's not a lot of money. After 2019, he'll be an unrestricted free agent, can sign with whoever he wants after this. And now his stats, he has an ERA barely above 2. He has drastically more strikeouts to innings pitched. And he's just a good closer this year. And he's a lefty, so he's having a very good season. He's having a career year for him and is easily the best Giants reliever on the team. And honestly, he's probably one of the best lefties in all of baseball right now, relief pitcher-wise. So, let me get into the pros of why we should trade Will Smith. Now, number one, he has 1 year left on his contract. The Giants are they're not a good team compared to other teams in the MLB. They're not good. They're not going to make the playoffs. It seems pointless to keep a guy who only has 1 year on his contract left, and for us to spend even more money. We already have humongous contracts on the team: Crawford, Belt, Longoria. We don't need to sign another, even though he's very good. We don't need to sign another. So that's reason number one. Reason number two: he is probably going to be one of the hottest players on the trade block. During he's I don't know what I'm saying, but Will Smith, teams are going to want him. That's basically what I'm trying to say. A, he's a lefty. B, he's having an amazing season. And C, playoff teams really need bullpen. They need a good bullpen, and I'm going to discuss potential trade candidates, and those teams need bullpen help. So that's why I think we should trade him. Even though he's a good guy, he's a good locker room guy, no problems. Even though he's pitching amazing for us, it's better we trade him because we can get value and make the Giants better come the next few years. Now, some potential trade candidates who the Giants could be sending closer Will Smith to. Number one, I'm going to start controversial here. I'm going to go on a limb. The Dodgers might be the team to get him. The Dodgers bullpen has been pretty bad. It's been awful. Their starting pitching has been amazing. Their hitting is phenomenal, but their relief pitching is what's holding them back for potentially winning a World Series this year. So they will definitely be keeping their eye open on Will Smith. And even though we are division rivals, Will Smith only has 1 year left on his contract. So he could potentially be out of the NL West after this year. I mean, he's a rental player. So teams aren't going to be giving up number one prospects and signing them to long mega deals. I don't think so. Not Will Smith's case. But the Dodgers also need a left-handed pitcher. They don't really have anyone. Will Smith would solidify, or not solidify, but it would make their bullpen way better. So Dodgers are a potential trade candidate. They also have some good pieces that they could trade to us, even though we are rivals. It's a little bit far-fetched, but honestly, it could happen. Team number 2, Minnesota Twins. They have been one of the most shocking teams this season. Their hitting is amazing. Their starting pitching is pretty solid. Now, they don't really have that closer on their team, though. Blake Parker, he's all right, but he's not the perfect closer who is going to never blow a game. Will Smith could be the guy they need. He's a lefty. They don't really need lefties, but he would help. And he just seems like a good fit for the Twins. And the Twins might be the team that could extend him possibly, so he could stay in that division. And I think it would be a smart move for the Twins because they need a relief pitcher. Will Smith is a relief pitcher. He's amazing. Hasn't blown a save this year. Good ERA, striking out lots of guys. He could be the guy that makes them potentially the number 2 team in the AL this year. And maybe they can actually beat the Yankees for once in the playoffs. So, Dodgers, Twins. Team number 3, Philadelphia Phillies. Their pitching has been underwhelming this year. Starting pitching and relief pitching. They signed David Robertson to be their closer, and he hasn't really lived up to being that closer who is not blowing games. So they need someone in the bullpen. They need a true closer to step up and do David Robertson's job, or what they thought he was going to do. So the Phillies they're a pretty good trade team. In their farm system, they have guys. They have bench players who we could definitely get. And, I mean, their farm system is hitting. The Giants need hitting. That's probably the most important thing the Giants need. So it makes sense to trade him to Philly. And I'm not sure if the Phillies would extend him, but I could definitely see them trading for him as a rental player. And we could get good value from the Phillies. I believe that. Because with the Braves, the Phillies, they might just get Will Smith to make sure that the Braves don't. So those are basically my three main teams who the Giants could trade Will Smith to. In general, I feel like overall, the Giants will get good players for Will Smith. They'll get good players. However, since he is a rental player, I doubt we'll be getting any known. I don't. Excuse me again. I doubt we will be getting number one prospects from teams, but we will be getting good players or good farm system players. Trust me, I feel like Will Smith brings a little bit more to the table in trade value than Madison Bumgarner. I know it may sound ludicrous, but trust me, and it's the right move. Will Smith will be the hottest relief pitcher on the trade block this year. That increases his value. Playoff teams are going to really want this guy, and they're going to have to give up a lot. Or not a lot, but they're going to have to give up some pretty good pieces to make sure that the Giants don't trade Will Smith to their enemy. So, in general, the Giants should trade Will Smith, even though he's a good guy, and I like him. Giants aren't winning anything. Not really a purpose to keep him on the team. Let's just face it, Giants need to rebuild. Other teams who want to win the World Series, they need that dominant closer, and Will Smith is that guy. So, there you go. That's all I have to say. Let me know if you agree, disagree, or just want to say anything. I don't know. Leave a like, comment, dislike if you hated it. Yeah, that's all I have for you today, and I will see you all in the next one.